Hey, this motherfucker's back. Holy. You know those type of things when, like, I'm gonna make a video on drugs once again? No? Holy. Now, let me repeat the definition again. This came from the medical dictionary, right? Ready? It says that drug is any substance that has an effect on your body function or mind. No? So, when you look at the definition, forget about the idea, forget about the compositions, right? Just look at the definition and look at nature. You see what I'm saying, right? What definition matches nature right here? How it works. No? Holy. So, you realize that if there's a drug side of life, while we have a law of physics down here, right? And we have dimensions higher than this dimension, right? Then you realize drug is just a way of how life works. So it really isn't certain, like, materials or certain substances. Because if it was like that, then we would be talking about biology then. Holy, because it's not, like I said, it's not like marijuana is a tiger, and like alcohol is a lion, and cigarettes is like a leopard. Holy, like it doesn't work like that. It's not like they're like related or something. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, drug is just a way how life works, because in this life things have an effect on your body function or your mind. You see what I'm saying? Even astrology is a drug, because astrology is how the planets and the stars have an effect on the human affairs. So that's the same shit. Like all the planets have an effect on us. You see? See, life is like a drug. Oh. So even water is a drug, because water, when you drink too much water, right? Isn't that water intoxication? No? So that's a drug. Water is a drug. Water intoxication. Holy. Holy. So now that you have clarity on this, right? That almost everything's a drug. You realize that marijuana, right? Within this nature, marijuana is an ET plant. No? It came from the Canis Major star constellation. No? Holy. I forgot how to pronounce it for a second, because you know how like when you're freestyling like a video, then you forget, like, you get what I'm saying, right? So some of you will correct me on that, how you say it. Holy. So, and also magical mushrooms or shrooms. No? That came from there too, from our ancestors. There's nitaru in the mushrooms, and there's nitaru in the marijuana. Marijuana makes you have clarity with your third eye. No? Shrooms makes you open your third eye. DMT, right, came from nature. It's in the plants, in the trees, right? Even our pineal gland produces DMT. No? Holy. So, if our pineal gland produces DMT every time we sleep, right? You can even look it up. When we sleep, DMT is produced. Holy. So if this is the case, while the government is not pointing this out for us, and it's making it illegal, right? You realize that DMT is an X element. No? Holy. X element was studied in mystery schools. No? Mystery schools in Africa type of thing. While we have the Dogons in Africa, and they knew a lot about the universe and mapped the stars and everything without technology. That's because they had connection to the ancestors, but not only that, also because they had connection to the nitaru in the drugs that they took. Nah? Holy. Shamans, right? They had traditions with iboga in Africa. You don't see that? Holy. There's drug traditions in Africa. Iboga is from the tree bark. Nah? Holy. And when you take Iboga, you get to speak to the dead type of thing, and you get to go inside your soul. So then when you ask any question, it pops up to you like some fucking computer or something. You see what I'm saying? Like a search bar. Nah? It's like the Google drug. You see? Iboga. That's what they use in Africa in their traditions. You see? Marijuana was in traditions too. DMT was in some traditions because they have mystery schools with when they say the X element. That's DMT. Holy, I bet none of you motherfuckers knew that type of thing. But look at this. Look at this. X-Men. It's because it's unknown men. No? Unknown men, X element. They had their superpowers from the X element that we breathe, while spirit means breath. No? Oh, there's the X element in the trees, while the ancestors are in the trees, in the Nitaru. No? Holy. You don't see how life works yet, right? Notice how our pineal gland, right, produces DMT, while our pineal gland is where the third eye chakra is at, right? And at the same time, this is the motherfucking Stargate. You see what I'm saying? With DMT being produced in the same motherfucking spot, right? So what makes you think? What makes you think that the X element isn't DMT? No? DMT is found in trees and plants. While the tree is the tree of life or tree of knowledge. It's not a coincidence that when you smoke DMT, right, and you go into a love dimension, right, it's not a coincidence that all of a sudden you go into a spiritual trip, no? While this is the tree of life right here. Oh, holy. Within this nature, though, they say the X element is the X element. It's unknown, so nobody knows what it is. You see what I'm saying? Nobody knows. But what is it then? If our pineal gland is the Stargate. Nah? While the third eye is clarity. It sees through other dimensions. That's a spiritual chakra. Nah? The third eye. X element. Unknown. Spiritual element. Spirit. Holy. But it's within this nature. What else is it then? What else? What else? You don't have to get intelligent with any research or anything. Nothing like that. Just look. Just look. Holy. Now you have to admit. Come on. Come on. DMT is the fairy dust. Holy, that's a good drug. Has an effect on your pineal gland because it opens it. No? Holy, marijuana. Mushrooms and all that. Wait, you don't see that mushrooms, right? The magical mushrooms that come from nature is a fungi? No? But notice how it's a psychedelic fungi, while marijuana is a plant. No? Plants are producers. Consumers are so-called organisms that eat other organisms. No? Producer is the plant. The plant. You don't see that yet? And then we got fungi. You see how it's like all the plant and the fungi is very low in the kingdom, right? Like plants are very low in the food chain. You see what I'm saying? Then it goes higher into the food chain, into the animals and stuff. You see what I'm saying? Holy. So within this nature, right? If plants are very low in the food chain, while the tree of life is the tree of knowledge and tree of life, and the Nitaru's in there, while when you eat fruits, another good drug, fruit, right? Or salads, because that's another drug. You see salad, fruit, marijuana, all like vegetative, right? While you eat fruits, and then you get that information from your fruits, and you activate your DNA. You don't see while that happens? You don't see that then like the low side of the food chain is very sacred? No? You don't get that the fungi, the shroom, is a psychedelic shroom. No? While the Hindus worship cows. They thought the cows were sacred. But that's because when they take a shit, right? Shrooms come out of the shit. I don't think you see that. Holy. Within this motherfucking nature, though. Within this nature, right here. Type of thing. Very low in the food chain. The shrooms are fungi. Marijuana is a plant. Not a consumer. A producer. Produce. You don't see? Produce. Producing. Like Mother Nature. Holy. That doesn't tell you that that's good for you. Forget about all these motherfuckers out there talking about how like that drugs are bad or something. Only the bad drugs are bad, not this drug that I'm talking about. Holy, like forget about those motherfuckers, because even with the weed smoking, right? It might have like sugar on the blunt wrap, but that's not talking about the weed itself. You don't see? Like we're talking about the weed itself right now. The weed itself, right? Forget about what you do to take it in, like to do the intake, right? Forget about that part. The weed itself, right? The same motherfucker plant that's a producer, right? The same one that gives you clarity and cures diseases, right? Within this nature, you realize that marijuana is from our ancestors. No? With this being the Stargate, the third eye. Oh, holy! you don't see the clarity of the happening. Look. No? But notice how like then a question could pop up, but poison ivy is bad for you. It's a bad drug, but it's still like a plant. But poison ivy is chemical warfare. No? That's chemical warfare. Marijuana does not have chemical warfare. Because if it had chemical warfare, then we would have been having rashes all over us. Holy. Like, you don't see that? Why would this life right here, right? Why would life come up with a plant that makes you have clarity in your third eye, right? Or even just a mental thing in general. Something, some experience that has something to do with your third eye, right? In here, in your pineal gland, right? Wow, our brain has THC receptors. Why would a plant do that, but at the same time be a chemical warfare? You don't see how, like, the trees right here, right, grow fruits so the so-called organisms can eat it? No? You know how, like, nature, like, gives us things, right? Poison ivy's not giving us things. It's only attacking you, right? But then when it comes to a tree giving you fruit, that's for you to eat, right? So then how come, like, you think that's chemical warfare with marijuana? Like, if marijuana is not giving you an attack, it's giving you clarity. It's offering you clarity. You don't see that? Like, the plant is offering you something that's beneficial. Why do you think people like to smoke it a lot? No? It gives you clarity of life type of thing. I don't think you see that. And then you'd be like, wait, but marijuana didn't originate inside of our body. But fruits didn't originate inside of our body too. And vegetables as well. type of thing. So what makes you think that this psychedelic plant right here isn't for you? Oh, holy! See, motherfuckers ain't seeing this shit yet. Because all these people think that just because like, marijuana has some bad effects because you could smoke it with the smoke, right? Or there's sugar on the blunt wrap or something, or the lighter that puts the fuel on it, right? That all of a sudden that the marijuana itself is a bad thing. That's so stupid, though. Like you don't see that. Wait. Holy, look. You know how we're a human body, right? This is a human body. While bad drugs are something that's not supposed to be inside of your body, right? So, why is it that marijuana cures diseases inside of this body right here? But then all of a sudden, when you put it inside of your body, and it gives you clarity in your pineal gland, then all of a sudden, it's bad. Holy, so if it's curing diseases inside of my motherfucking body, then that means that if I put it inside of my motherfucking body, then it's good for my spirit. No? Holy. How come lettuce is good, but then marijuana is not good to eat? If salad gives you all your electrolytes and stuff, right? But then at the same time, this plant that's relevant to salad, it is like a spiritual thing, and it opens your third eye. Nah? Holy, notice how this plant right here, this vegetative thing, is a spiritual thing. It has a lot to do with the third eye. But then, like, people, like, make it seem as if it's bad. And they'll accept the salad, when salad doesn't even open your third eye like this plant does. No? You don't see that both plants within this nature? The salad thing is a vegetative thing, and the marijuana is a vegetative thing. But the salad gives you your electrolytes, but then this one over here, this type of salad, so-called salad, opens your third eye. No? Holy. I don't think you get it. This planet has statues all over the planet for a reason. This planet has pyramids all over the planet for a motherfucking reason. No? We have Sumerian tablets for a motherfucking reason. We have the 42 laws of my yacht for a reason. Right? Same thing with the spiritual traditions, with the drugs type of thing. That is for a motherfucking reason. With the iboga, with the shamans type of thing, and the marijuana and traditions, and the DMT with the X element. No? Holy, that has to be a reason, right? There's spiritual traditions while there's pyramids all over the motherfucking planet. Oh, holy. While marijuana came from the Canis Major. No? And the shrooms is sacred. I don't think you see. Holy. That's the plant of life. Marijuana is the plant of life. And this is the tree of life. No? Fruits. The fruit of life. Fruits of life. Plant of life. Tree of life. Everything with nature. The breath of life. Breath of life. Spirit. While when you smoke with the DMT, then something happens. All of a sudden, it's relevant to spirituality. Holy, like, if you agree that the trees right here, right, are from the Most High and the Nitaru and all that, right? These trees is the tree of life. If you agree that this is a tree of life within this life right here, while nature over here makes you in tune with the universe, right? While nature right here is what makes us the nature beings, right? Then you have to agree that marijuana plant from the same motherfucking nature, right? Plant is the plant of life. Nah? Mushrooms is the food of life. Nah? While there's traditions with mushroom gods. I don't think you see that. Holy. Holy. See? I know. I know all you motherfuckers were thinking something different, and then all of a sudden when you heard this video that you agree, but then you don't want to motherfucking, like, change your mind. You see what I'm saying? Like, about your false facts because of your ego. I see you niggas. Holy, you motherfuckers know I'm right though. You know. Holy. Holy. Anyways, like, let's have another clarity, right? Now, notice how there's sacredness, right, within this nature. And there's a lot of shit going on in the planet, right? And the Elohim, right, made our physical body, right? Within this nature, and we have a divine plan, right? And while we have fruits in here, like we have things that nature is giving us and offering us, you see what I'm saying? With the fruits and the vegetables and stuff, right? And the trees, like, giving you the information. You see what I'm saying? Right? So if notice how, like, now, like, these spiritual traditions with the drugs and all that, right? You then realize that what I was talking about with the definition in the medical dictionary is right, type of thing, because there is a drug side of this life. You don't see? The fact that there is a drug side of this life, then you know that the spiritual beings on this planet, with the spiritual traditions, right? They know what the hell they're talking about. But everybody else is getting brainwashed by the government. That's why they make DMT illegal. If you don't see that. Like, they're trying to make you have ideas of what a drug is. But the spiritual beings on the motherfucking planet know what it is. They have clarity of how it works behind life. Nah? Drugs is not what the hell you think it is, type of thing. Because when you drink water, that's good for you. That's a drug. That's something we take in for our spirituality. No? DMT is produced in our pineal gland. In this nature. Right here. Right here. While water, when you drink too much water, that's water intoxication. Right? Water can be against you. DMT could be against you when you smoke it. So what? Water could be against you too. You don't see? Holy, but DMT does not go against you though when you smoke it and stuff. It only goes against you when you keep smoking it. No? When you keep smoking, like, then DMT intoxication. You see? Same thing with water intoxication. Holy. See, oh my god. Oh my god. These niggas out here don't get it. Fluoride's a drug. No? That's a bad drug. It calcifies your motherfucking pineal gland, while the Nazis put fluoride in the water in the concentration camps, no? And they're still putting it in us. The Nazis run the stock markets. You don't see? They run this land now. The Germans. German. A German. I'm not talking about the so-called Germans that anybody who's watching this video who's German, not you. I'm talking about something higher than that, because we don't know what our nationality really is, type of thing. So you're not who you think you are. These Germans, you see what I'm saying, right? It's a whole new thing. German, the Nazis, right? Wow, when they're giving you bad drugs, the fluoride in your pineal gland, right? Notice how that is a Nazi trick, while marijuana is a plant thing. It's going to nature. It's going to the nature side. You see? It's going to nature over here. Holy, the nature. With the clarity. Nature giving you motherfucking clarity. No? You don't get it yet? Or you don't get it? Psychedelic means mind manifestors. Right? Nature right here, right? This is the place where we have our clarity, right? You notice how when you go to nature, you're in a higher vibration and you have clarity of life. Clarity is a spiritual thing. No? This clarity is a lot to do with the Most High type of thing, right? Notice how marijuana offers you clarity. No? This plant is offering you a new perspective of life. A different, you see what I'm saying? This perspective of life that we have right now is a brainwashed perspective from the government. You see? But then when you smoke marijuana, then all of a sudden you come off of that a little bit and you have clarity of life. A plant is offering you some clarity, but niggas still don't see that marijuana is the plant of life. And when you eat mushrooms, you're going into psychedelic trips. No? I don't know what to do with these niggas. I don't know what to do. Holy, I don't know. I don't know, man. But I hope these niggas will wake up and realize that drugs is not what they think it is, type of thing. Like it really isn't, because drug is not a list. It's not certain existences. It's a way of life. You see, consciousness is the biggest drug because it controls DNA and physical matter and the mind and emotions. No? Holy. You know, type of things one like. Niggas will never get anything I'm saying because they're like so like spiritually naive. No? Holy. I don't care what any of you motherfuckers say. I don't care what any spiritual master says. I don't care what any astrologist says. I don't care what any motherfucking guru says. I don't care what any prophet says. I don't care what any light worker says. Because light worker is not really the real thing anyways, by the way. Like, I don't care what any teacher says or any scientist. I don't care who out there says it. Marijuana is motherfucking plant of life from our ancestors within this nature while it offers us clarity. No? It's okay to eat it. Go ahead and eat it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not chemical warfare. I don't think you see that. Wait! Are you telling me that marijuana, right, is not from nature? No? Are you telling me that it's not from our ancestors? If plant is a vegetative thing, right? It's a vegetative thing. It's a vegetative thing. And a vegetative existence. In this nature, when you go to nature, this is where you get your this is where you like go back home. No? And this plant right here, like the marijuana. When you eat it, it gives you clarity. Holy. Now, like, I'm about to like shut this off because niggas are still blind. Holy. 13 love.